the
Let's see.
pacemaker test in high school with your voice. 1,
When?
2, up,
We are not going to do the
Stelmo.
fitness gram pacer test.
There we go. That's what it's called.
Podcast. Okay, Stelmo should be good to go now too, because I just gave him.
Someone raise their
Yeah.
hand.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
Dope.
Just need to do one last thing so I can add these two guys on so that you guys can see their logos.
Okay, now Alex, raise your hand.
Yeah,
Let
you
me
got
see
it.
if I
Go.
can do invite to speak. Let's see if I can throw you up in there. Hey,
Am I
yo,
coming
my
through
dude.
good?
Yeah, you
Hello, hello.
Gucci.
Perfect. You guys blasted my ears off.
Nice, and I'm
But in a
loud as
good way.
shit. I'm screaming. I'm on a 10 at all times.
Stelmo,
Perfect.
what's up, man? How you doing?
What's up, Malik? Our first time chatting together.
It's a freaking miracle,
Nice.
man. Yep, Stelmo's
You're
one of
not
the people.
beholden to character limit.
Stelmo's one of the people who inspired me to stream, so it's cool to finally actually get him on, because we've had so many people on that were from his camp, freaking Lima, fucking Real Deal, Murray, so like it was just a matter of time before we had him on.
Don't give me that much credit.
Yeah,
Is the
man.
hand raise thing Alex, you are asking. Listen, I don't know how to run Discord. Okay, so at the top, show request. Let me see. Can I not just drag you? Why we gotta make it?
I think the raise hand is the middle button if you hover over the screen.
Come on, Alex. Here we go.
Yeah,
On
it's at the
Discord.
bottom to the left of the disconnect button.
Aussies. Awesome, Alex. Yes, it saved it. Save.
Oh, it's blocked. Ah, damn.
Oh, what's up,
Ah,
Lima? I thought you were gonna be in here.
He can't do it because he has a family event. That's the reason why.
Oh,
But he said he'll be here around 8, so he'll be here an hour later.
oh, how long are we going?
2 hours.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Alex, I think Australia hates us.
Oh, he can't. What
Does
happened?
it really not?
He can't speak?
It won't let him raise. Yeah, it won't let him.
What?
Oh, look, you reached level 1 though. I'm proud of you.
Did he did you get rolls? Alex, did you
Yeah, I
click
gave
on
him the
rolls?
rolls.
That's weird. Maybe it's an Australia thing? I don't know.
That's what I'm wondering.
You can't raise your. You have to lower your hand in Australia.
Yeah.
Because of the down
No
under.
talking.
Like
No
how the-
talking.
Way down there.
hmm
Australia just likes to ban everything apparently, where it's like, oh, you can't do that because you're not old enough.
Bunch
need
of
to change
grown ass
Lima's-
people up in this bitch.
I need to change Lima's name from that to Pastor Limestone. Wait, you can do that.
I wish.
Dude, he's a mod. He can change
I
it.
was just like,
Farmhouse, what up, boy?
Hey,
Bro, yeah, we're having a little technical difficulties as far as like getting another guest that we have on. We're trying to figure it out right now, but I want to go live regardless, so we're just figuring that out. Because we gonna get Alex to speak. But can you guys hear everybody else? Can you guys hear
Test,
everybody else
test,
that's on?
test.
What it do?
Everybody that's in the chat, rather.
okay.
Crystal clear?
I'm
Awesome.
gonna hit go live.
Nayland, what's up? Welcome in, Nayland. Lone Stone IT team just got the ticket. I'm telling you, dog.
So what are we playing today? Do we have visual stim gameplay?
I'm not playing anything because. Go ahead.
Oh, I'm playing Night Rain. I'm doing solo.
Yeah,
Cool,
I'm.
cool.
Yeah, I'm not playing anything
just to keep
because
my mind going.
with surgery and everything. So I have our podcast visual up for my screen,
Oh,
along
he's
with some
raising
nice.
his hand.
Oh
He's
man.
raising his hand.
Oh, he's good. He can speak. Ah!
I'll just
We did it.
Just felt the hair grow on my balls.
Yeah. Ozzy's
Aussie
been
fucking
emancipated.
awesome. Alex is in, baby. Let's go. Yeah. And that's how we go start this
Are we doing
motherfucker off.
cameras?
Huh?
The Aussie
doing
fans are gonna
cameras?
be at his door in 10 minutes.
I'm not doing cameras, but you can put on the camera if you want. I have everybody's logos
Not if I'm the
on.
only one.
Yeah, I have everybody's like Discord logos on the actual stream itself, so you'll see like your little icon bouncing up and down every time that you speak.
Yeah, no problem. Sorry for that little mishap. My
Outbound.
country's
You're
a
good.
bit of a police state.
Let's come on, let's get started. Yeah, go ahead. There you go. There you go. All right, cool. Shared chat is on. Cool. There we go. Awesome. Is everybody ready?
Yes. Let me go ahead and cut my screen real fast to my yapping.
All right.
Cut my screen into pieces. This is my last resort.
What up, everybody? I'm
Yes,
here.
sir.
I'm back. We're gonna go ahead and hop into the podcast. Is what we're gonna do. So we're not gonna do a whole lot of yapping, but I'm alive. I'm alive, guys. It's been
sir.
a fat minute, but
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Welcome in, everybody, to the Comatose podcast episode fucking 10, man. We are on our 10th episode of the Comatose podcast. You guys know me, and if you guys don't, my name is Malik, the realest man breathing, the Lone Stone Playboy, the Champion's Chariot, and the Master of the Mind. And I'm here with wonderful guests. I want to always first and foremost start off with my co-host, Miss Whitmire Waifu. Everybody say hi to her.
hello, everybody. What is up? Hello, hello. Oh my God. Thank you, guys.
Yeah, we got a whole bunch of hype
I
trains.
live, everybody.
Sheesh, a shared hype train. That's awesome, bro. And we have amazing new guests on here. We have our returning guest, G the Viking. Say something, G.
Hello.
There
Sorry.
you go. There you go. We
I
have
was
Mr.
distracted.
You're good, dog. Shiny object syndrome. I got you. We have Mr. Royal Hentai Nasty. Mr. Royal Hennessy, the most royal Henny to ever be poured in life, is in the building.
Yo, what is up, everybody?
Yes, sir. We have Ozzy's awesome AlexMacBen in the building with us today.
Hello. It's my first time. Be gentle. Sensitive.
And last but not least, we have the man, the myth, the fucking legend, Mr. Stelmo 98 in the building with us for the first time ever. What's up, man?
Might be the lamest legend ever, but I'm LARPing as a podcast guest today, so I'm looking forward to it.
Oh my god, I turned my alerts all the way
Guys,
down by
guys.
accident.
Thank you. Yes, Jesus. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Hi, Sprox. Hi, Nordburn. Hi, everybody.
Oh man, we are in the building pumping up the volume, man. So yes, we are on our 10th episode. I want to say thank you to each and every single person that has been supporting. Who would have thought that we would have been from 1 episode to 10 on a monthly basis? 10 months of doing this, and we're at 10 episodes of this podcast, man. I'm so happy that we have gotten this far, man. And I want to just say thank you to everybody, but most importantly, thank you to my co-host Witty for really just believing in this project that we just started from just a conversation. See how far we came, bro. It's awesome. Yes, bro. 10 months.
Dude, I can't believe this is 10. Yeah, this is insane to think that this was literally one of those like moments where it was a cool idea, we went with it, and then it's just, I mean, it's stuck. And we've had such badass people up in here. This is great, dude.
Exactly. I'm so proud of us just having the discipline to stick with this for real. I really have been just putting in a lot of like background work, man, which we'll get into if we get to that question, but it's a lot of work getting this situated. So the fact that I'm always able to get it done, we're always able to get it done, it feels good. But we want to go ahead and give the guests some time to speak about themselves. So we have brand new guests in. How we do our podcast is that we introduce the new guests, give them times to talk about themselves, and then ask them 2 tailored questions. And then after we do that, we're going to go into the general questions. So we're just going to go ahead and start with Mr. Hold on, it's on the list here. Hang on. For any day now list. Any day
Thank
now
you,
list.
everybody, for the hype train stuff right now. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Yes.
Also, Rye, thank you for the 40.
Yes.
Yes, I'm alive, guys. I'm alive.
Mr. AlexMacBen, we're gonna go ahead and start with you. Tell us who you are, where you come from, anything you feel comfortable telling us.
Yeah, I can tell you anything. I'm Alex. I'm Australian. I've always been Australian. I haven't known you guys like super long. I think maybe we've known each other a couple of months, but I've been a streamer for maybe 3 years now, and I do a fair bit of variety games, but music as well, and sometimes just yap on.
Yes. Absolutely. Ooh, Witty,
I've
you
got
can
my
go ahead.
coffee and I'm shaking with it.
Don't be nervous now. It's okay. Like you said, we'll
No,
be gentle.
you got this. You got this.
Don't be
Rye,
nervous
do
now.
I sound? Did I throat the mic correctly? Can you hear me?
I turned you up on my volume,
Apparently.
so I don't know if they can hear you a lot clearer on mine, but I guess he's on yours, so that's all you.
Much better. Cool beans, dude. Thank you. So,
Awesome.
Alex, we're gonna hop into these questions, get this going. So, what
go
is
for it.
something that got you into voice acting? What was kind of your, this is my
Voice
moment, this
acting.
is what I want to do?
I don't know if there's been like a moment. I think like those of us who like it have kind of always, I suppose, been into cartoons mostly.
Yes.
Like we've grown up where someone is not on camera, and so the voices are normally quite extra. You know, they're not they're not really needing to go with believability. It's more expression. And so maybe like to the ears of a kid, that's a lot more gripping. And so I think from early on, I always just really liked voices. And being like where I am, a lot of those voices sounded different to my own, so there were accents all over the place too.
Mm-hmm.
No, and that's what's cool. So, can you do multiple? Like, I know as a Texan, I can't do any other accent, but not Tex or not even not Texan, just less twang.
Mhm.
Are you kind of able to manipulate your voice to where you can do multiple accents? Like, hit me with your best Texan accent. Holy shit, guys! Thank you, thank you, thank you,
Yeah, they're
everybody.
going crazy in the
Uh,
chat right now,
I need
bro.
a good Texan accent.
I'll try it with that Nightbot message there. I'm a
Yeah.
lurker-friendly streamer. If you want to use me as background noise, go ahead. I just appreciate you being here. And that's from Malik.
Yes.
Freaking Wild West, the good, the bad, and the ugly right there. I like that shit.
Depends
No,
on
I love
you,
it.
I can't really tell like if you're from Texas or Oklahoma or Arkansas. Like it's
It all sounds the same.
the region that I'll locate is a lot. Yeah.
We're just so twangy. Yeah, you gotta
But
drop
I
a
can
few
tell
ding
that
dang
Malik
diggity
has a different
dongs.
voice from you.
Yes, definitely. No,
Ding
that's
dong diggity dog a dooba dooba doo.
yeah, exactly.
Freaking
That's
Yosemite
what
Sam
Ryan
man
always
voice, boy.
with. When he has an accent, yes. Thank
Oh,
you
God.
guys.
But yes.
But
No, but Witty, I've heard you when you were playing that. Do you remember that game you were playing with the voice spells where it was like all voice command and
yes.
you were having trouble with it? Dude, I know exactly how you feel. Like we had the same stuff with like automated phone systems and GPS and that sort of stuff where it just really wouldn't understand us. But now it seems like we've kind of taken over where I'm hearing a lot of people have Australian accents like on their Alexas and Siris and that sort of stuff.
Oh
It's kind of
hell
weird.
yes. No, I would love that because that we were playing oh my gosh, Yap Yap, and I couldn't say
Yeah,
up
that's it.
dog because I said dog.
Up dog.
Yeah, I was about to
And
say,
it
I
would
typed it in the
never get
chat.
Yes, because I could never get it, and I'd be running around just like up dog, it wouldn't pick it up.
Who's the Stelmo guy, bro?
That's
We'll get
so
to him.
dope, though. Oh my gosh, I love it though.
But
The Australian
Alex-
is perfect.
Yeah, Alex, speaking of Australia, what was it like growing up in Australia for you?
Think so. I grew up in like the late 90s and 2000s, and I'd say it was like fairly easygoing, really. Like it was kind of a time of abundance, and my family, like we weren't super rich or anything, but I feel like we always seemed to do okay, and the people around me were. And I moved like when we were 10 from somewhere that was kind of populated to a more of a country town, which was a massive change. But I just think like mental health wise and stuff for us kids, we got to do more things outside, like go to the beach and ride dirt bikes on, not dirt bikes, sorry, BMX on jumps, and just experience more of a kind of kid's life than being locked in a house with a PlayStation.
Yeah.
But we got to do that willingly too, so yeah, it was fucking excellent.
That's. I do have a question because the only other country I have been to is I've been to England, and the beach that
yeah.
I went to was pebble beaches. Do you guys have actual
right.
like sand beaches, or is it like that kind of thing?
Yeah, we're kind of known for like really expansive white sandy beaches. Like there are some, they're all different sizes, but our beaches are generally pretty massive and sandy. I'm sure like sometimes maybe some pebbles will, blanket a beach, but it's mostly sand.
God, so you're talking white sand, because the beach that I'm talking or I'm near is the brownest of water. You're gonna get stuck in the nastiest of like seaweed and stuff. Oh my gosh, guys, thank you.
Samson's
But
here.
it's not beautiful. No,
Still a bunch of seaweed. It's just, it's quite serene. And like I said, I moved to a lower populated area, so you could go to the beach and you would be the only person that you saw for miles, either direction. You'd really have all of that to yourself.
Damn. Oh
That's
my god.
beautiful, man.
No, that sounds absolutely magical, especially being a child growing up with that. God. No, that
Man.
sounds so much fun.
Yeah, I can't wait to visit Australia, man. But Alex, thank you so much for answering the
Yeah, come
questions. Say again?
Oh, good.
I was saying, yeah.
Oh, good.
Yeah, thank you for answering the questions. Thank you for taking time. We are going in. Now, Stelmo, Mr. Stelmo98. What's going on, man? Give us your introduction. Introduce yourself. Introduce yourself.
Hi.
Tell us about yourself, man.
I'm most well known for playing Sonic the Hedgehog games on stream. I stream on Twitch and YouTube, and I make YouTube videos, shorts, scripted stuff, VODs of the stream, all that. I'm pretty generic, so like maybe if you've seen another person who makes videos on YouTube, I kind of look like them. And yeah, that's me.
Bro, beats threw me off. Beats threw me off so much. But yes, that's
Damn, dude.
Jesus Christ, Beats.
What'd he say?
Oh my god, he just did a redeem that was just like, it's one of the redeems when people say stuff I don't give a fuck about, but it's Stelmo, bro. But Stelmo's people like to troll him. That's Stelmo's people. Oh man, Stelmo, how did you develop your work ethic?
Do you mean, I guess, my current one?
Just like in general, so for those who don't know, like Stelmo works extremely hard and he's always consistently posting stuff. So what was it that helped you develop the systems, the process of you being able to just drop and edit and do all of your shorts? Like what helped you develop that?
Well, I'm flattered that you think it's a good work ethic, but I guess it's just being a successful content creator is something that I knew, like, it was sort of gonna get a little galaxy brain here, I guess, like fake galaxy brain.
Mhm.
Is that I knew that when I started, and especially when when I had that like one video that got 1,000 views way back in 2021
Mhm.
with PO6, that I saw a future with doing this, and that kind of gave me a big capital M meaning that I think I had the skill set and like my personality just kind of worked with streaming and creating videos and stuff. So I did it, and I sucked at it, and then I kept doing it, and I started sucking at it less and less, and that's where it goes. And then, like, you know, once you do something 1,000, 10,000 times, then it just kind of becomes second nature. So like 3 years ago, it would take me an hour and a half to make a YouTube short, and now it takes like 30 minutes because it's really difficult as a human being to do the same thing consistently and not get better at it. So you do stuff and you keep doing it. I really liked, I heard this very recently, is if you never let yourself be a beginner, you'll never stop being one. And I thought that was a really cool quote of just like, I think that there are a lot of folks out there that have the pressure of being seen and sucking, especially like comment sections on social media and stuff are big proponents in scaring people away. But if you can work through it, and whether or not you care about that stuff, like if you let it affect your psyche, it doesn't, if you don't let it affect the work that you do, then it doesn't matter at the end of the day. So
No,
is that the answer you were looking for?
I like that
answer.
answer. I was just about to say, no, that was a better answer than I think I could have ever come up with, and like a matter of, hey, let me think of this real fast. No, dude, I fucking love that.
I think about this kind of stuff a lot, and I get asked it a couple times, especially like I've been lucky to have found some sort of success, so I get asked the question somewhat often, so just trying to put it together.
No, that's so. I apologize if I zoned out. How long have you been streaming for, like on Twitch or YouTube in general?
No problem. I mean, you guys are doing a good job. We got what, 6 people here. You got to keep it all straight. Yeah. So not a problem. I started in January of 2021, and I made my first act. Like I was posting VODs and stuff, June of that year. But like I actually gave it an honest attempt when I quit my traditional job in March of 2023. So like content creation has been like 3 years.
Dang, okay. Dude, that's awesome that you've kept that fire the entire time. Of just like, hey, I'm going to grind it out and I'm going to make this work, or I'm just not going to do anything.
Yeah, but that's the secret, is the fire is there. Sometimes it's there, sometimes it goes away. But it's amazing how much stuff is actually learnable. Like talent is very interesting in that it's kind of like magic. Like you just don't like a lot of talent is you just don't understand it. And some people are able to pick up certain things really quickly, and other people aren't able to do so. But generally, just the amount of effort you put into learning something is the difference. It's the difference. It's what fills that gap.
Yep.
No, and that's and I commend you. I've tried to figure out the whole YouTube wormhole, rabbit hole. YouTube is just Twitch is hard enough. YouTube is like the scariest thing in the entire world.
Yeah, especially now, because everybody's doing it.
Yeah, no, exactly. Dude, that's awesome though. I like that. 3 years in the making. Keep it up with that.
Thanks.
Like I said, he's one of the people who inspired me to stream. So like just seeing how he's grown from, I started following him in like late 2023, and just seeing where he is now, man, the growth has been immense. So I always give him his props, man. But speaking of props,
thank you.
Besides Sonic, what other games do you play, Stelmo?
Sonic's a prop, huh? Yeah, I like, I was just, before this, playing Kirby and the Forgotten Land. Because I spend so much time with Sonic, I don't really mess with it outside of doing the content for it, other than a thing that Beats and I are actually working on right now, but coming soon. But yeah, I mean, I like playing more chill games. I like being a casual gamer, and so generally easier games are always good. Like Stardew Valley is a classic. Gosh, let me just open my Steam library at this point. Found a new love in Resident Evil 4.
Mhm.
So I played that a lot. Both it and its remake are fantastic. Let's see. I got Among Us on here. What's actually downloaded? I was a big fan of RTS. I love StarCraft 2,
Nice.
which is actually one of the games that put Twitch on the map back in the early 2010s. And I could just keep going, so tell me when to stop.
Nah,
No,
it's
I
all
love
good,
it.
man.
Because these are all games that I do not play because I am very much a give me big hammer, let me bash things in.
Yeah, oh,
So-
Kirby can have a big hammer.
You show right. You show right.
Superstar boy, Kirby Superstar is my shit, bro.
Bro can't be saved from Sonic. Well, I mean, I could just stop uploading Sonic if I wanted to, and I choose not to. So
Man,
there's
these guys are
nothing to be
like,
saved from, I guess.
these guys are crackheads, man. They'd be like, "Where's Stelmo at?" If you ever stop, dog. they just bullshitting, but they would never ever leave you, dog. But yeah, you're doing a good job regardless, man. So thank you, Stelmo, so much for answering your 2 questions and introducing yourself, man. Like I said, always give you your respects, give you your props, man.
Well, I appreciate it.
Now, Mr. Royal Hennessy, boy. Mr. Royal Hennessy
What it
Nasty.
do?
Mr.
Yeah,
the
Royal.
freaking most
Dude.
Royal Hennessy to ever report, man. Introduce yourself. Let these people know. Make these people feel you, man. What's up?
Yo, so I am a Texas gamer, man. I grew up playing the original Nintendo 64 games back in 98 through the 02, and then finally got our first Xbox. But I mainly just play shooters, man. I'm big into first-person and third-person shooters. I'm quite toxic, quite of a shit talker, if you want to say. But it's just the competition side that comes out of me, man, because who doesn't like competition? But yeah, man, I'm a Texas gamer, love shooters. I'm a simple man. Got a beautiful 2-year-old daughter. I'll be 3 in July. A little fun fact about me: if y'all guys have ever seen my stream, you will notice that I have like a gold replica Lancer. Well, if you know what the Lancer's from, it's from Gears of War. Back when Gears of War 4 came out, there was a really big, I guess, competition side of it. And we actually drove, me and the old squad that we used to play with, which was like family and like family friends. We went to Waco and actually competed in the Gears of War circuit and got second place, and they gifted us these golden Lancers.
Dude, heck yes.
That's
That's
what's up,
dope
bro.
as shit. Hold
But yeah,
up.
other than that, just a simple gamer that just likes to play some video games, have some fun, and talk some shit.
No, I love it. So, okay, what are you into? I've been seeing you playing Arc Raiders. Is that kind of your bread and butter right now for the first-person shooter? I downloaded Warzone again, and I hated every second of it.
So, like, if you were to ask me 2 years ago, I would say Call of Duty is like the best game there is. But now that I look at it, like, if I look at, I'm getting more into milsim games.
Okay.
So, you know, what's more realistic, hey, we got to clear this corner and go out. But I've actually taken a step back from Arc Raiders, and I just started getting into Gray Zone, Tarkov, more of the harder stuff that's like, hey, if you're not fundamentally there, you're going to lose your shit. So, I don't know. I'll still play Arc Raiders because I have a homie that still plays it. But it's one of those, it's like, that's like, if we're gonna stay up late and we're just gonna straight dog everybody that's around, we're gonna play Arc Raiders. But if we're just gonna chill and have a good time, we're playing some Gray Zone, which we still do the PvP side of it too. So it's one of those where it's just, yeah, I mean, we're either wiping everybody or we're getting the floor mopped with us. So
Hell yeah.
No, that's
yeah.
I give props to people who do the first-person shooters and also stream them, because I know that I am not good at them, but I'm gonna get the maddest shit talked to me and get my feelings hurt. At least with like Night Rain, if I'm sucking, I can be like, hey, this game's hard. Like, Call of Duty, I have no excuse. I just
Well,
suck.
see, I don't know. Call of Duty lost me back when Modern Warfare 2 came out, and it was one of those where I'm just like, man, it's sad to see a good game get kind of thrown down the drain with what they were implementing. So that's why I was like, all right, I got to find something new to play. Plus, it was one of those where I also did get banned from Call of Duty for no reason.
Oh, okay.
I swear. So when my daughter was born, I took a leave, right? I took 6 months off to spend time with my daughter.
Mhm.
And finally, after she's getting big, I was like, okay, I can finally hop back in this and spend some time in the games and spend some time with my daughter. I loaded up for the first time. Mind you, I was on Xbox, and I've never owned a PC in my whole life until recently. I come back and it says I've been banned because my Steam account has been linked with cheating. I said, what? So I go to to fight it, right? I submit a case in, and I say, hey, this is this ain't even me. I own an Xbox. I'm not even smart enough to cheat. So I don't know what you guys are talking about. I kid you not. I get hit with a campaign ban. I got banned even more off of the game.
Wow.
I'm so happy that this is happening. I love every second.
About to fucking do an FBI bomb SWAT team to his house. Like, where's the goddamn Kodak? What the hell's going on, boy? That's insane, bro.
After that, Call of Duty just lost my business. I was like, nope, we'll never touch this game again. But in all honesty, it's kind of opened me up to a big variety of games now, and I'm really happy for it. In my opinion, I'm just waiting for the next Gears of War to come back around so we can get the squad together and just start hitting these circuits up.
That's good, man.
Okay, well, I love it. I absolutely love this. Hell,
Yes,
you're
sir.
right. Let's go.
Woody, you can go ahead and ask him the 2 questions.
Yes. So, what is the origin and meaning behind your name? So, how did you come up with Royal Hentai Nasty or Royal Hennessy as you're more well known?
Yeah. Yeah, how'd you come up with the first name?
Yeah,
You guys have been seeing my internet tabs.
I know he said, hold on.
Close the incognito tabs real quick.
Exactly.
No, so Royal Hennessy, it's something I came up with in high school, which my first ever account name was Unfledged Monkey, because it was one of those where Microsoft is the name that it gave me. So I was like, okay, cool, I'll run with it, right?
Yeah.
And so then after a couple years into it, I was like, you know what? I'm big into cars, so I've owned nothing but Mustangs my whole life and F-150s. So if you really know Mustangs, the company Hennessy Performance actually works on those cars, and they will make these 500 horsepower cars to be 1,500 horsepower. So it's kind of like a little piece of me that it grew up, I put into it, where it's like, okay, I love cars. This is what I've always dreamed of. And then Royal, I mean, I don't know. I've always seen knights and medieval movies, and it's been one of those things where that's something that has stuck with me. Like if you look at my channel on Discord, it's nothing but medieval theme but knight theme. So I kind of just slapped the two together and I just ran with it, and it's just something that's always stuck with me.
Fuck yes. Okay, so we got the name. I don't even remember the context of how I came up with the Royal Hentai Nasty. I think that just happened one day, and I apologize if that's gonna forever stick with you.
I love it. It's funny because I see free stream at work every day at the boss, and they just look at me. They'll be like, hentai? I'm like, hey. I said, that is not acceptable here at work, and I will file a harassment charge against you.
No, get me
HR
out.
complaints up the ass, boy. Just always in that HR office.
But yeah, we free stream. We're out of pocket all the time, so it's one of those where we just pick on each other all day long, and we just have shits and giggles all day.
Heck yes. I'm all about the bullying, obviously. I swear to God, Larton, you better stop that shit. That's so fucking loud in my ear. But thank you guys. So next question, how has fatherhood been for you? How has it been being a daddy?
So it's been fun, but it's been a roller coaster because, well, I'm an open book, so I'll share. Me and the mother, we're not together anymore. So it's one of those where I didn't see my daughter for like the first 3 months because she was scared I was gonna take my daughter and run. But I was like, I just want to see my kiddo. That's all I want.
Yeah.
Um, but it's been fun. Like every day I look at it, that's a piece of me that is healing, and I get to live through her, so happily. And it's one of those where I tell my parents, it's like, y'all guys gave us everything y'all could when, we weren't in the best spot when we were kids. Of course, my mom is from Mexico and my dad's from here. So it's one of those things where we didn't have a lot of the things that, we have now. And to be in the spot where I am so happy that I can give my daughter the whole world. Like, if you look at my Instagram and my Facebook, we're always out. Like, literally yesterday, we had some Texas Roadhouse for dinner. And this is, mind you, this is a 2-year-old. So she's munching, she's enjoying her food. But no, it's been amazing. It's definitely been a roller coaster. Uh, to It's been a roller coaster to the point where we're at now. But if I were to go back and redo it, I wouldn't, man, because it's definitely changed me and it's made me a better person as a father, as a son, and just in general to my friends and family. So it's one of those where I wouldn't change it for the world.
I
Absolutely,
love to
man.
hear. I am such a, and I'm a daddy's girl, so that absolutely warms my heart. Like my dad is my absolute world, which I know is kind of just funny looking at me because most people are like, daddy issues because the colored hair and all that kind of stuff. But it's like, no, my dad is my absolute world. So that warms my heart to hear that you and your daughter have such a great bond like that. Oh my God, yes.
Oh, absolutely. Like I see a lot of my friends when I don't have my daughter, so I see her once a week, every other week.
Okay.
And well, not once a week. I see her once every other for a full week. I think that's a fucking tongue twister there, but
Yeah.
all my friends are like, we love to see like the pictures that you post with your daughter because she is so spoiled. This girl has like a James Avery bracelet that's already filled out.
Hmm.
She's always in the nicest clothes, but it's again, I've worked to be in the spot where I am now to give her that and not have to worry about it. But everybody's like, she's so like spoiled, she's so well taken care of, and everybody's just like, we always want to see her, and she's a little sunshine.
That's good, man. It's Father of the Year
That's
things
so
right there,
sweet.
bro.
Yes,
Thank
Yes,
sir.
you,
sir.
B.
Yes,
What up, B?
sir. By the fucking guy, man. Byless. Sorry about that. Byless. Super cool ass dude, man. That's awesome, bro. Appreciate you, Royal, for coming through and answering the questions. Appreciate all of y'all for answering the questions. That's all right. It's time to go into the general questions. So we have 10 questions. We usually get through about like 3 or 4 of them. So we'll try to get through as many as we can during this stream. Once it gets to about 8:45 my time, because that'll be like 15 minutes till the 2-hour mark. I'll ask everybody how they're feeling, if they want to continue going for an extra 30 minutes to an hour, if you just want to end off there. But let's just keep going until we get through as many questions as we can, so anybody can answer these questions now that we've gotten through everybody's specific questions. So first question, Whitty, go ahead and ask that question.
Okay, so we have this is always a fun one. So being conventionally attractive versus being unconventionally attractive, the experiences, privileges, and downfalls of the following.
Yep.
My God.
Yes, so this is kind of open. I know, Alex, you're about to get hit with like some wild ass, we're gonna get deep and personal. You better get ready, put them bootstraps on, let's go. So
Let's do it. Dig up in there, Whitty.
Yes, let's fucking go. So
talk about
I mean, I
idiots.
don't mind. Like, okay, so I know it, and I've said this before. I don't see the way that I was raised. I was raised very tomboy, very just rough and tumble, that kind of thing. Raised by my dad, so I never saw myself as someone that is like, I guess, conventionally attractive because I always viewed myself as a dude bro, I guess, is kind of what I don't know. That's just kind of how I viewed myself. So I do see in the world where I'm not patting myself in the back, and I don't mean this in an arrogant or cocky way, but seeing how people treat me now as an adult and someone who is conventionally attractive, as opposed to people who do the same sort of thing. Like, example, I can say some stupid shit and people will laugh it off. If you don't know me and you're just kind of like, oh yeah, the girl, she's being funny, she's being, cute and adorable. But I've also seen the same situation where it's someone who is not necessarily what people deem as conventionally attractive, not being able to get away with the same kind of stuff. And it can be as simple as conversations of like, oh, well, you tried to make like a funny, dirty joke and it didn't land properly. And because of the way that you look, it becomes now like, oh, why are you a creep? Why are you being a weirdo kind of thing? As opposed to if I were to say it, it's like, oh, look at the cute little girl with blue hair trying to be funny. And that's something that I have become kind of, I guess, hyper aware of since me realizing that conventionally and unconventionally attractive is a thing.
Mm-hmm.
So that is, I would say, definitely a kind of privilege and a downfall for both ends of, I feel a lot of people who are conventionally attractive do get a lot more grace on things, as opposed to someone that is not deemed the conventionally attractive.
I'm not 100%
That's
sure.
100% true. Yeah.
Or no, sorry.
Really?
I just wanted to ask real. No, I'm asking. Is that kind of sounded like a conventionally attractive versus conventionally unattractive, not unconventionally attractive?
Ooh, okay, hold on.
Is that because I was gonna say because I was reading the question, and if you're conventionally attractive or unconventionally attractive, you're still attractive, right? So
Yes. Okay, okay.
Are
Yeah.
there huge? I don't
No,
know,
no, no.
like in terms of if we're talking specifically about the way you're treated, it's kind of like the same thing as people who find you
It's supposed to
attractive.
be conventionally attractive versus conventionally
No, I
unattractive.
ruined it.
Yeah, no,
Oh,
it
okay.
was
Oh.
spelled wrong. It was
Well,
spelled
no,
wrong.
that's how you read it. I was just,
Oh, okay.
I was
So not like
clarifying.
shocking.
Yeah. So someone looks at you and they think like you see pretty boys or pretty girls, and then someone who may not have those attractive features. So conventionally attractive versus conventionally unattractive. Sorry about that. It was just worded wrong.
No,
That's
it's
all it
all
was.
good. Because I was gonna say, like, yeah, I 100% agree. Like the halo effect is a thing where if you find one good quality about a person, but you don't know anything about them, it automatically, like, you have the tendency to think that other qualities about them are also good, rather, even if you don't know anything about the person. Like, if you see, in my case, being a straight man, like if I see a hot girl in the gym, I could be like, oh, well, she's probably super nice, like that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yes.
So, like, if you are attractive, you have the privilege because it like pretty privilege is absolutely a thing.
Oh yeah.
I don't think I'm attractive by any stretch of the imagination, but like having been very ugly and have been less ugly than very ugly, like you absolutely can't get away with more because I think anyway that folks want to surround themselves with people that they find attractive, and not necessarily in a romantic way, even in a platonic way, or people who just look good. And so you want to be liked by them so that you can be around them more.
No,
And I say you
definitely.
as in the general you, not specifically any you person here.
Yeah, no. Hey, why you calling me
Yeah.
out, man?
You call us ugly, Stelmo? You know what?
You
know what? You're not gonna
have
be
the
on
halo
this
effect.
podcast anymore.
Yours.
You're getting off the podcast now. You
No.
called me ugly. Now,
No, totally. No, I get it though, because that's exactly it. And I think it's super, and I'll go ahead and say the word ignorant. I just think it's ignorant that people don't think that pretty privilege is a thing. It's 100% a fucking thing, because
Yep.
like being someone who grew up as like a nerdy, very much just not comfortable in my skin, and then puberty hit me in my 30s, like greatest thing in the entire world, where I just got like slapped with a stick, and I was like, damn, I'm glad I spent my teenage years being just an unsufferable, like miserable bitch, because I just hated everything, and now at like 32 I can finally confidently do things, which is nice.
this is gonna be a silly comparison, but I kind of think about it. But I think the coolest people are like doing the Captain America thing, where they were like the wuss, and then they understand what it's like to be in that position. So if their the qualities of attractiveness change, like there's still that understanding of like, because if you've always been attractive, you're always able to get away with things, and which leads you to, I think, generally just being a meaner human being, or just hoping that if you do make a mistake, it gets, I can't think of the word, it's swept under the
Forgiven or
rug.
something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gets swept under
I
the
agree with
rug.
that.
Because, you know, again, people want to like you because you're attractive. But if you have that backbone of having been on the other side, it's tangentially related, but it's why I really think being a person that's done this is working in like a low income customer facing job, like retail or fast food or something like that, because you learn what it's like to be on the other side, so you treat the workers better when you are the customer instead.
Yes. Holy.
Didn't mean to dominate. That was just my thoughts.
You're good,
on it.
man. You're good. You
Oh
are
God, no.
absolutely
Yes,
good.
please. Word vomit.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Whoa,
Yeah,
yes, real deal. I did.
Stelmo was modded me because I'm pretty. Yes, he did. Exactly. Yes, he did. That's why he's modding my stream too, guys. Yes. But yeah, this is definitely what Stelmo said. Like, I've experienced that firsthand with just being someone who, and I really just think that I really don't believe there's such thing as beautiful or ugly. I really just believe that when someone learns the self-care and the self-awareness tips to really take care of themselves, even if someone is like completely butt ugly to somebody, they could look gorgeous to someone, because you'd be surprised what people find attractive. Like, I've seen some crazy couples that was like, she's with him or he's with her, but to them, to someone else, that person may be ugly, but to them, that's the most beautiful person in the world. And how I viewed attractiveness, for me, this is my personal view, is that as a man, there's going to be some women that think I'm the most beautiful or handsome man in the world. There's going to be some women who think I'm the most ugliest human being to ever exist. And there's some people who just think I just look average. Not cute, not ugly, just average. So it's always subjective in a way. But when you take care of yourself, when you bring out your inner handsomeness and your inner beauty, the way you're treated is completely different if you've always been treated a certain way. And like how Stelmo is, I was treated both ways. I've been called ugly as shit, and I've been called extremely handsome. And the fact that it's kind of like, it kind of just throws you off in a sense. It's like, do you only really like me because of my looks, or do you fuck with me because of my actual, like, who I am as a person? Because I'm all about personality, and the fact that there's just a lot of people who just, it's inevitable, because like the first thing we see is looks, so all they have to go off is looks. But it's like how what he said, it's really shallow in a sense, and I don't really like having shallow relationships. I've seen women who are beautiful, but they have the most ugliest personalities, and that makes them unattractive to me, versus a woman who may not be as conventionally attractive, who's conventionally unattractive, but she takes care of herself, she's very nice, she's very kind, and she actually can treat people with respect. And that makes her beautiful, just with the fact that the way she carries herself is a lot better. So yeah, I just really think that overall that people should really learn to look past attractiveness, which is really hard because, like I said, we're visual creatures, and just not be so caught up on looks. That's just me when it comes to that.
I will tell you this. Once you have a kid, man, you see everything completely different, because when I was single, I will tell you this, man, I was out and about. I was hanging out with these beautiful girls, and I'm just like, oh, this is nice. But once I had, Adeline, it flipped. At this point, I don't care about looks. I don't care about what you offer. I said, I have everything I need. But in a way, it's like, if you want to be with me, how are you with my daughter?
Yes.
Show me who you are and what kind of personality you have. Because other than that, you ain't going to cut it. And I don't care. Like, you could be ugly. If you take care of my daughter in the best way ever, you will be taken care of. Or, treat my daughter with disrespect, and you will see the door as quick as you blink.
God God, yes. Royal. I'm so glad that we have you on here as like that side of things, because that is something that I have never thought about. Because me being the fuck them kids hater, I am not. I am very much kind of like that's something that has never kind of just crossed my mind or gone across that. Dude,
Yeah,
hell
yeah,
yes.
and I promise you, like kids make you see things in a whole different way, and it's been one of those things where I've told my mom, it's like everything that you told me as a kid that I will learn when I have a kid, I've definitely learned it.
Mm-hmm.
God, yes.
What
Experience.
other
Kiddos.
priorities have changed since you've had a
Um,
daughter?
Basically, like I don't really go out on the streets anymore. I don't go out and party. Like out, like if the boss, he invites me to go out and have a beer, I'll go out and have a beer with them. But to the point where I was going out to the clubs, having fun, coming back with like no money because I was like, oh, we had fun. It's just overall personality. My, everything has changed. Like I'm really more focused on the end goal to say I want my daughter to be well taken care of, and that to the point where if she doesn't want to work or if she I want her to work to learn like, hey, it doesn't come easy, but if you want it, you can go get it. But to the point where it's like if something happens, she's taken care of.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, so you just being responsible, like you just know that like you have something to look after and you can't just up and leave that. It's
Go out and
it's a 24/7 365 job. You can't just take a break from it when you feel stuck, unless like you get like a babysitter or something, but even still you still have to go check on your child to make sure your child's good.
Oh, absolutely. And when she's with her mother and I get calls from her mother all the time, like, hey, this is what's going on. I'm like, what do you need me to do? Like I'll get in my car. There's one time where my daughter fell because she's at that stage where she's learning to ride a bike, and she fell and got a pretty nice little goose egg on her head. I kid you not, I flew to the hospital like almost an hour drive. I got there in about 30 minutes.
Dang.
Yeah,
See,
that's
and
real.
that's that dad energy right now.
Mm-hmm.
Just like, fuck, let me get to my daughter. Also, not everybody bonding over their vasectomies right now. So,
Hey, Renault said, shoot me now. I said that
great.
he's supposed to be the next 19 kids in counting. He said, shoot me now. after your daughters turn 18, you can go ahead and do that, bro. Take care of the kids first. But yes, yeah, having kids
my
is
God.
definitely a big life changer, and you definitely had to be ready for it and be responsible, man, because I do not play when it comes to kids. Kids are not toys, bro. Like, you have to be ready.
And that's the biggest thing that everybody talks about is be ready to have kids. But the thing is, you never know when you're ready, and when you think you're ready, you're not ready.
Yeah.
Because there's things that I've sat down and I looked about, like, did I account for this? No, I didn't. Or, hey, why didn't I see this in my future or didn't plan for it? It was, you can't expect it because kids are clumsy. They're going to jump off the walls. They're going to do whatever. They're going to go touch snakes, okay? And it's one of those things where it's just, it's life. Learn to roll with it, man, because if not, it's going to be rough.
Man, he ain't lying, bro. He is not lying. It's good stuff, bro. It's a really good topic, really good question, man. Let's go ahead and go into question number 2. Bullying and being bullied. How folks deal with it in school and in life. This is an anti-bullying campaign question. Because we didn't talk about bullying like our friends, but like, I'm talking about like the type of bullying that nobody wants to deal with. So, anybody can start.
Well, I was always thick-skinned, man. Growing up with my dad, I was thick-skinned. So when it came to bullying, it was one of those things that never bothered me until it got like truly personal. And then when it got truly personal, it was one of those. It was like, all right, like, what are we gonna do about it? We gonna talk about it, or are we gonna be men about it? And ultimately, that's kind of what it came down to. But now that I see that with my daughter, I'm just like, well, she's a girl. She's not a little boy. I need to make sure that she knows how to understand it and how to handle it.
No, definitely, because I've never been a guy. I've always been a girl, so I don't know how guys' brains think with the bullying side. But speaking from a woman's perspective on bullying, I very much was under the, I guess, idea that bullying was just something that would happen in high school and middle school and stuff. And then going out into the real world and going to college and getting bullied in college and then going to an actual like office job and getting bullied at an office job. Like I think that was kind of the biggest eye-opening for me, is that bullying wasn't something that was specifically for children. There's adults that bully, and it is I don't know why, what would compel you to do that, but I, being, I guess, ignorant or wanting to see the best in people, realizing that, you know, bullying doesn't just stop once you hit a certain age. Bullying is always there, and it's always going to be there. And it's sad because I work with a mixed bag of age groups. So, like, majority of the people that are in my office are in their 30s to 40s. But when I was in one of the other clerks' offices, I was working with women that were, I was one of the younger ones when I started around 20, and then being around women that were in their 70s. And having a 70-year-old lady bully you is one of the wildest things in the entire world. It is so weird to think that, okay, it's not just you're jealous because I stole your boyfriend in high school and now you want to like ruin my life. No, it's like these people, some people just don't have anything better to do.
Yeah. That's crazy. She already got 1 foot in the grave. She out here bullying. It's crazy as hell.
I know. That's the wild part. Is like I dealing with that and then seeing how gross people can be. It's just, I mean, people are just shitty. People are shitty, but still, like, I just didn't realize the magnitude of it, I guess, of how it can just bleed into real life and as an adult.
Yeah.
Yeah, kindness costs nothing. I love that, Zanef. It does.
Shout out to Zanef, man. Pinning that. I'm pinning that.
Hi, Sage.
But yeah, for me, when it came to the bullying, I definitely went through that with school. And the main thing is that if you don't fight back, if you don't stand up, the bully's gonna just continue doing it. He has no mercy for you because he already doesn't respect you, or she already doesn't respect you. And you have to stand up for yourself no matter how scared you are, no matter how afraid you are, no matter how nice you want to be. You have to show them that you're not putting up with the BS. And that was one of the things that was hard for me to learn, because I really don't, like, I'm not the type to try to fight folks all the time. Like, I'm really a peaceful person. I like to chill, I like to laugh, I like to, you know what I'm saying? But just learning the fact that you can't let people just walk all over you and disrespect you was a very hard concept, and very just like difficult to even execute, because I'm just so, I like to be chill. I don't like violence. I don't like having to do anything, because I know that, and it's not trying to get in like anything too serious or anything, that like I know how far I'm willing to take stuff, and I don't want to get to that point where now we're harming each other to a point where our lives are in danger, because it's really not that deep at the end of the day. But a lot of people don't see it that way. They just think that it's cute and it's funny to do that. So for me, it was just learning how to put on boundaries and just realize that at the end of the day, I control how I respond to it. And when you don't give the bully the response that they're looking for, like, it either throws them off, or they're gonna find somebody else that they can bully, or you just clown them back. Like, learning how to roast people back is like one of the biggest superpowers that I learned to do, because a lot of the times they have insecurities that they're trying to deflect onto you, and when you break that down and realize what their insecurities are, they ain't got nothing on you, bro. It's either that or ignoring them, bro. And I'm really good at ignoring people, man. So it's like what you gonna say if I don't?
That's the biggest thing for me, man, is that zero tolerance policy that was existing in schools. I got bullied so bad in school, and having to deal with the extra fear that you would be punished for retaliation or standing up for yourself. Like that punishment felt so much worse because it would include shame from your teachers and your parents and stuff for fighting when all you were doing was defending yourself. Depending on, you know, how the adults in your life see it. I got bullied so much in early high school, and I really ignored everything, and I never clapped back with anything like that until one day we were in a small room that was private, and it was happening to me away from authorities, and quite relentless. I snapped. I picked the guy up by the throat, held him against the wall, and that was the first time I responded. That guy never bullied me again, and it sucks, like that a less mature person at the time might learn violence is the answer, but it's what solved it for me. And you know, it takes a lot of thinking to reckon with that.
Well, I like how you said that a less mature person. I like that phrasing of that though, because not condoning violence or justifying, but you're right though. There's people like you who that was the line they crossed and it got handled and fixed. But then there's the people that will get that power trip almost with it, and now that's something that they are not using conversation anymore. That is no longer the option. The first option is always, let me throw hands, let's go, kind of thing.
If I get a bit rattled, I'm so bad at talking.
She's just like, no, we're just gonna start.
Yeah,
let me just throw up some smoke signals.
No.
Clapping back is great for content.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
Yeah, for sure.
I just wanted to chime in that that I don't know if it's necessarily going to be like a differing viewpoint, but that I think that the strongest tool you have in your toolkit when it comes to bullying is indifference, because bullying is just anger's version of a joke. Like I don't know if anyone here has, but I've certainly told jokes, and when a joke falls flat because you get no reaction, it is awkward as hell. And the same thing kind of goes for bullying. If you the point of teasing, the point of bullying is to get a reaction. That's what feeds it, that now you are paying attention to me and giving me something. And if you don't, then there's nothing to work off of. Now, I say this as something I've kind of more recently thought, because I'm not going to pretend like it's anything huge, but I get a lot of comments that maybe dislike how I convey certain points. Sometimes opinions about Sonic games can get pretty heated. But I don't, in my opinion, I don't think clapping back really makes you any better than the person bullying you, even though it's fun to do so, and it's like a great put in your place gotcha moment. But one of the biggest things is that if there's a thing that happens in my chat that starts like an argument or something, if I guess just the big example, if someone wants to come in guns a-blazing being like, you don't like this game and you suck and I like it, I go, okay, that's great, I'm glad you have fun with it. And then there's nothing left because you are on the same side, the side of just liking what you like. And that's why I think now obviously there's a little bit of difference when it comes to in person, because you have the threat of it becoming a physical altercation. And thankfully, outside of the zero tolerance policy that happened in school, most of the time in life you are able to defend yourself if you're attacked. But I would say in general, and I would imagine maybe not the people on this call, but maybe some people who are watching, is that like you have the option to not reply. And especially because like everyone's using usernames and is anonymous and that kind of stuff, then like there's literally no harm, no foul from it. But it's also like,
do you mean specifically online?
What? Sorry.
Do you mean specifically online in like an interaction where it's quite impersonal, or are you kind of saying that as a bit of an umbrella?
Like
Statement.
the indifference thing, or
Yeah, and not responding, like because if you ignore someone that sent a chat message to you, you can kind of play that off as if you never saw it. But like to turn the cheek in person to someone is like they
yeah,
know.
the not replying I meant specifically online.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because obviously, like, you're just standing there, and they're like,
Just
and
waving.
they're like shouting at you, and you're just like,
Talk
Give
to
him
the hand.
Forrest
Yeah, yeah.
Gump
yeah.
meme.
I think there's something of like having the ability to walk away. I'm not saying I'm perfect and follow this advice that or I don't even think this is advice, but just thought process that I'm giving, because I'm not going to pretend like I don't clap back sometimes, or I don't take offense to things.
Yeah.
But every time I have used indifference, it's been a win overall.
Yeah, same. Same.
No,
Would
and
you say
that's-
that you are truly indifferent, or are you playing a role when that happens? Does it seriously like slide off you? I'm sorry if that's a
No,
little,
it's not.
like,
It's
too-
not. So okay, actually, did I say this? I don't know if I said it. Is like obviously in person, you have emotions as a human being, so it's a lot more difficult to hear comments and then not get razzled by them. So yeah, I would say in person this is a lot more difficult because the bully or whoever's saying the mean comments can see your face.
Yeah.
But what I at the very least online have found like is that saying I don't care is just lying to myself. But
Mm.
I do care, but I choose not to let it affect me.
Yes.
Do you
It's
think
like,
that you
because-
learned this strategy through experience, or are
Yes.
you naturally quite good at it?
No, absolutely not. I was a very emotional kid. Still am a
Mm.
very emotional adult, but it certainly takes practice.
Yeah.
And I don't think like, especially in person, if you hear someone shit talking you or something, I don't think the emotion ever goes away. I think it's always there.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah. Mako actually taught me
Yo.
like this one thing, this one tip of like when someone triggers you and you can acknowledge that it bothers you and still be able to move forward with logic and reasoning. It's a very hard thing to do, but it's important to be able to do that, because not everything, you don't have to show up to every gunfight shooting at everybody. You can still choose the type of reaction that you give someone. And for Stelmo, and that's one of the things I still am working on to this day. I still be wanting to cuss people out when they try me, but is choosing the best course of action for yourself when someone's trying to provoke you. So it's very cool. Very, 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 very interesting.
It's not a perfect system.
Oh, nah, it's always ever changing, ever learning, bro.
It can't be.
Yeah. So, but anybody else have anything for this?
I mean, I suppose I got a story about all this bullying crap.
Lay it on
for-
us, G.
Story time with G.
So this was back in 9th grade, so I'd have been 15 or something. We were at a private party, and of course, as being from the countryside in Denmark, we all drove scooters and everything. So some of the guys wanted to go on what we call a bread run, which would be going to the local bakery and snatching bread from the container. And I borrowed one of the guys my scooter. They went off. All was fine. I was drinking, having a good time. And then they came back and they dragged me to the side and they were like, "Hey, look at the helmet room of your scooter." And I was like, "Okay." So I opened up the seats, looked in, and somebody had literally took a shit inside my scooter.
Wow.
Oh.
It's
And I was
just
like, "Who the fuck did something so disgusting?" And the guy started laughing and blah 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 and everything. And I guess I blacked out because I don't remember what I said, but it could have gone very violent. And long story short, the guy ended up cleaning out the shit, and everybody
Yes.
started laughing at him.
You got egg on your face now, or you got shit on them hands.
That's not even bullying. That's just being a fucking sociopath.
I don't know what. I don't.
Yeah, it's definitely a
fact-
different level.
The fact is, I was kind of the person that was in with the cool kids, and at the same time not. I was cool enough to hang out with from time to time, but they wanted to make fun of me, tease me, and everything. And this guy did this nasty thing. And for whatever reason, he understood my seriousness of him cleaning out that shit. And got laughed at in return.
Oh, and that's so humbling on your end too, because you're just sitting there going, you not only had to clean up your own shit out of my stuff, but now, joke's on you, have fun.
You probably
Yeah.
stopped him from doing it again to someone else too.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm very sure that stopped him from doing a lot of things because he never did anything towards me again.
Consequences for your actions.
I think he was pretty sure that if he didn't clean it out, I would have sent him to the hospital.
Yeah.
God.
That would have been warranted, man. That's what's that's
Man,
crazy.
Yeah.
Why
I'm
is this
sorry,
patient's
but
ass dirty?
I'm sorry, but if someone doo-doos in anything of my property, you're catching hands. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I was like, bro, I
On
like
site.
we gotta fight. I was about to throw the scooter at the motherfucker. What? Are you crazy? That's not even funny. That's not a joke, boy.
That's what I'm saying. You have the audacity to pull your pants down and take a dookie on my property. You're catching my hands.
Yeah.
So some things just can't be slid.
I just
boy,
have to
but,
step
yeah.
out for a sec.
You good?
I'll be right back. I just have to step out.
Okay, bye, go piss girl.
That's exactly it.
Yeah.
But
Stelmo,
I
were you-
suppose it was more like the extremity of what length people are willing to go to with bullying, I suppose.
Yeah, let's say that's
Yeah,
that's
exactly.
levels of sociopathy at that point. That's not even bullying. Like there has to be something wrong with you to even just go to that point and think that that's funny, and something even worse wrong with them to even think that them allowing him to do that is funny. But no, that's what kids do, bro. They think stupid stuff like that is funny. But Stelmo, were you about to say something? I heard you saying something.
Oh no, I was just saying. Yeah, consequences for your actions definitely humbles you a lot.
Oh yeah.
Mhm.
Oh yeah. And some people need to learn that faster than others, but yes. Good story though. Anything else with that story, G, before we move on to the next question?
Nope.
Okay. Hell yeah. Good stuff, man. You guys are awesome, man. Whether you were bullied or you weren't bullied, you all became amazing adults, so shout out to y'all.
Hell rat.
Witty, go ahead and ask number 3.
Okay, so we have overcoming limitations. So physical, mental, emotional, financial. So something like how, if you have one specifically, going into, if you guys are willing to go into detail on tips, tricks, anything that helped you financially, like I said, mentally, anything of that nature. If you guys would like to share, the floor is open. You can get as deep as you want, as shallow as you want, whatever we want to do.
Yeah.
I have one.
Yeah.
Move country, get disability, and you'll be decently set financially.
Yeah, honestly. God.
Yeah, go somewhere where the government gives you disability checks.
Hell yeah, babe.
No.
I like that one. I like
No,
that one.
there's obviously more to that.
Yeah.
So, due to a very traumatic experience, I ended up having some severe mental issues, and that has put me on disabilities today. And that definitely gave me some troubles mentally, where it's like, okay, so I cannot even like waking up, just something as simple as waking up became an issue, and me just trying to go to school or go to work would be a hindrance because I could not step outside my door. And I would say no matter what mental situation you're in, seek help. For the love of God, seek help.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's gonna be the best thing you've ever done for yourself. I don't care how much it costs, whatever. It's yeah. The other side is so much brighter.
Yeah, and I think it's easy. Well, I'm projecting, but at least for me, it's easier to take care of outer physical things as opposed to mental, because mental I
Yes.
can go, well, no one can tell, no one can see, so it's not actually happening. This is just something that I need to deal with, and I neglected my mental health a lot, and I have neglected my mental health a lot, and it's still something that I'm very much working on. And that was a big step for me was when I started taking medication, and I was on Lexapro, I was on Wellbutrin, and it helped me to at least silence the noise just a little bit so that I was able to start figuring and finding coping mechanisms and stuff. But I will say medication is not. I go for medication. If you guys are all about, I'm all about, if medication helps you, do it, do it, do it. Medication was not something that helped me at all. It turned me into
Okay.
a fucking shell of a human.
Yeah, so let me put it this way. So certain medications, like you say, makes you like a shell of a human. Others do certain things and blah, blah, blah. But I will say medication is like 10, 20% at max of the treatment and getting better. Therapy, however, is so much greater than any medication that you can actually find out
I
there.
love
That's
that
what I
shit.
have learned, at least. Because so I've said this before. I've been on the podcast before. So I am a paranoid schizophrenic, and for me, the medication only silenced the voices or shit like that. So it's more like I have. So with schizophrenia, you talk about positive and negative symptoms. The positive symptoms are all the hallucinations, and the negative symptoms are being physically and mentally drained quicker than quote unquote normal people would be.
Yeah.
So for me, and also in general, viewing yourself in a negative space is a negative trait. So like say you go and look at yourself in the mirror and all you see is body dysmorphia.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yeah. And therapy is fucking key because I learned a lot from that.
Yeah, and just speaking from my end, body dysmorphia is one of my biggest things that I struggle with, because I went from being 80 pounds soaking wet to now I have put on literally 50 pounds, and I have not seen myself this quote unquote heavy in 7-8 years. So trying on clothes, looking at myself, not recognizing who you are in your own body is a wild thing. And then to add on top of that, your brain's not even telling you exactly what you look like has been the hardest thing in the entire world, because it's something that you think is so simple, like you can just get over it, like, oh, just, don't look in the mirror and don't look at yourself. But if it's constantly eating at you every single day, I don't think people realize how much of a toll that actually takes on your brain, where you're constantly body checking. Body checking is a huge thing that I do, and body checking for me is walking by a mirror, doing the and I like it's so sad because I'll be out in like public and like open settings and stuff, and I'll see girls do this, and it's the move, it's the body dysmorphia anorexia move, I guess. And it's like, touch your collarbones. Can you feel your collarbones? Okay. Then if you walk by a mirror, grab your hip. Can you feel your hip bones? And that was something that I was constantly doing, is body checking, because I would, if I couldn't feel my collarbones one day, that meant I gained weight. And if I gained weight, then what did that mean for me? Did people just enjoy me because this is what I looked like physically, or did people actually enjoy me for my personality? But also going through the mental of that and realizing I'm an insufferable bitch because I'm so eaten alive with what I'm thinking, like, oh, am I perfect? Am I this and this? That I became miserable to be around because I was constantly not in the conversations. I was constantly disassociated from any sort of conversation that I would have with someone, no matter who it was. It could have been my parents, and I would not be completely engaged in the conversation. It just would kind of go in one ear and out the other because I was so consumed by my own thoughts. And now, getting a little bit better, honestly, it's kind of been really rough this past month and a half of just mental stuff, but it's a refreshing feeling to actually be able to go and engage with people and actually be present and not just in your brain 24/7.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, like, it's a wild thing, and it's hella scary looking at yourself in the mirror and not recognizing anything. Like, but I think that's the crazy part about therapy, that in the way that it's helped me is like I am seeing somebody in the mirror now vastly different from what I used to see, but I'm seeing me first again.
Yes.
Mhm.
So beautiful. You're seeing you, actually you, and that's a good feeling. I mean that it's a feel good feeling when you can finally kind of look and be like, okay, this is me. This is the person that I've wanted to be. This is who I enjoy being around, and I'm not having to wear this fake mask to make myself feel better about any sort of situation that I'm in. I can be fully present. And being fully present has been something that I have not been able to do in a long time. And now being able to be fully present is a scary feeling, but at the same time it's something that needed to happen because I wasn't there. I just looking at older photos of me, you can just see that there's nothing there. There is absolutely lights on, no one's home. Like, I am just a human that is alive because people
But you're
would
not
be
living.
sad. Yes, because people would be sad, and that's really the only reason that I'm alive. Not because I want to be alive, but because I know it would hurt other people. And so, looking at pictures of myself back in the day and just wanting to hug that former version of yourself, I guess kind of helps you realize how much growth you've actually had too, because I can look at my older pictures of myself and go, I never want to end up that way again. I never want to be in those feelings ever again. And I kind of stand on that of like, this is my line. I'm never crossing this again. I will do whatever I can to protect my peace because I'm the only one living my life. No one else is living my life. I am the only person at the end of the day that is living this life and experiencing life for the first time. So if I can't be happy with how I'm living, why would I expect anybody else to be happy for me to be living? Dude. Yes. Sorry, I got super talky and emotional.
Nah, that's
No,
good.
that's
Y'all got
fair. I mean,
yeah, deep.
it is a somewhat touchy subject.
Yeah, and I guess because it's just fresh too. It's just very fresh for me as well. So it's something that I'm like, okay, I'm very open about that because I feel like people skirt around a lot of stuff like mental everything, mental health stuff. It's like, okay, we don't want to offend anyone or we don't want to make anybody uncomfy. And I am very much about uncomfy conversations. There's not really a
I
whole lot that
feel
I'm
that.
not willing to talk about. I will talk
I f-
about anything.
Yeah.
I feel that very much. Like, I'll give you an example. Just today, I was at a family function, and I had to cut it short because I love my nieces. They're great and all, but Jesus, the noise they make.
No,
It's
I
kids
feel you,
being
G.
kids.
So I get very, very quickly overstimulated, and I become anxious and feeling unwell in my own body and stuff. And I told my dad, and thank fuck that my dad is very, very supportive. I told him I had to cut it short because today was just not a good day, and this whole week has just been weird and meh. So it just culminated today, I suppose.
Yeah, but having that support system, I love that you have someone that's not going
It's
to question.
it helps a lot, but but what I wanted to say with it's the factor of you don't want to make things uncomfortable and all that, but I still feel uncomfortable even telling my family, hey, I need to cut it short.
Yeah.
And I
Well,
think it's the fact that I became so anxious about it.
and you don't want to be known as the person that makes everybody uncomfy. At least for me,
Yeah.
I'm maybe projecting again, but that's always what's in the back of my mind. Is it's like you don't want to be the person that makes everybody uncomfy, because now that everybody's uncomfy, people are never going to forget, and now you're going to think about this for the next 10 years, and as you're trying to sleep, just imagine what is going to be going down in my brain if I was the person that like made someone feel uncomfy. I'm never letting that shit down.
Okay, let me put it like this. So anybody out there, even in this conversation or in chat, who might think that, okay, so therapy is gonna be expensive. Look at it this way. Therapy is a form of help for self-help. It's not gonna fix 100% of your problems, because the real problem solver is gonna be you at the end. Nobody's gonna fix you. It's not a miracle cure. So do yourself a favor and at least seek some form of help, therapy-wise, and try and learn from those experiences. It might take 5 different psychiatrists before you find the right one, because you gotta have that connection with your therapist.
Exactly. And I think that's what kind of deters people away too. I know that's what deterred me away from therapy, because I've tried 3 or 4 different therapists, and I didn't have any sort of connection with any of them, and I finally got to the point where I was just like, well, I'm broken. Nothing's gonna fix this, nothing's gonna help this. And that's not the correct mindset to have. Now, where I'm at in life, that therapy does not sound like a crazy option, I guess. But it's the sifting through and finding that connection with that person that you feel comfortable enough to open up and be your authentic self and not performative self.
Exactly. But I mean, yeah, that was me on the mental side, and I suppose getting disability helped me overcome a lot of financial stress, because now I am decently secured and able to do certain things now that I couldn't before. So,
No,
but I mean, that's to each
awesome.
their own, really. I mean, if I could work, I would love to work. I love working. I love having daily conversations with coworkers, customers, whatever it might be, and yeah. But the world is different than I imagine it would be, and that's also a thing you gotta have in mind. The world is not always gonna be what you thought it's gonna be.
Yeah, that's
And
real.
well, okay, so you say that more so like sunshine and rainbows, like when you're growing up as a kid and you think as soon as you hit adulthood, you think that the world is just going to be like, rainbows, unicorns, I'm going to have everything figured out. I'm going to be set.
Yeah,
I remember reading a little like our senior year we had to write a where do you see yourself in like 10 years kind of thing. And I remember reading it and sitting there going, okay, I wrote on there at 25, I was gonna own my own house and own my own business and all this stuff. And I'm sitting here going, damn, I am 32, gonna be a renter for the rest of my life. And it's just like, I don't own my own business. I love my job, but it's still like, I didn't think. I had such rose tinted glasses, I think, with what adulthood actually was.
Yeah, definitely. And I think like for me, it's also like seeing my friends that I grew up with and all that, living in the same town as we grew up in, having family and kids and all that, having steady jobs and all that. So I think it's like set expectations, but remember expectations are meant to change.
That's real.
Can
That is
you
freaking real.
elaborate on that? Hold on.
I'm
I'm curious about that.
Yeah, go ahead.
Like an
Yeah.
example. Just an example.
Oh, what I meant with that set expectations, but
Yes. Like
Yeah.
what expectation? I'm curious as to what your
like
your idea
I
of
mean,
it.
like my idea of it is like, okay, so you have expectations of what you're gonna do when you're like 30 plus or something. You have
Okay,
a
yeah.
house, you have a job, you have a family.
Yes.
It's worthy goals. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that, but remember that you don't necessarily control life and situations that might come along the way. So set your expectations to that they might change. At least that's what I've learned now, since my life is vastly different from what I thought it would be.
Yeah.
Um,
Just being moldable. Not moldable in the
Yeah.
sense of somebody's able to manipulate you, but moldable and malleable, I guess would be a better term for that. Just being able to work through and sift through the shit.
exactly.
Yeah, like you could have goals,
Yes.
but the end goal could lead you to something else that is also adjacent to it. So you could still be focused
Yes,
on that main
yes.
goal, but you have something else that is probably not as relevant to it, but it leads into what you're trying to do. Like with me, I'm trying to do music, but even though I'm not doing music directly with Twitch, the fact that I'm able to connect with people with music, when I decide to actually start doing music and start recording on stream, it's still a version of me doing music. So yeah, I get what you mean.
No, a nightmare.
Yeah, goals are always changing. Yep. Yeah, they're good. Y'all talk good. Y'all was talking that stuff, man. I like that. Stelmo, AlexMacBen, if Alex is back. I don't know if he came back yet. Royal.
Mhm. Yeah, no, it was
What's
a
up?
lovely piss.
I know now I have to go. Hold on.
Yeah, before anybody else goes, I'll just go with overcoming limitations. Like recently I had to get a surgery on my wrist to get rid of a ganglion cyst. I was talking with G about that before we got on air. And I was saying how like I had a lot of goals of like I wanted to get in shape, like start going to the gym. I actually have a gym membership, and like I started walking. I was like, I have a job where I'm really physically active, and knowing I had to get the surgery was like, damn, like I'm gonna be kind of set back for a bit as far as my fitness, because it's like I'm not gonna be able to do the things I want to do, like be able to do push-ups and freaking lift weights and do the regular things I'm doing, because I'm gonna have to be set down until my wrist heals. And so that was kind of like a limitation right there physically that I had to overcome. But then I started to think like, okay, in this moment I won't be able to do regular things with my wrist and my arm right now, but what things can I do to still continue with that physical goal of losing weight and getting strong? And then I was like, well, I could still walk. I walk my 10,000 steps. I could still use my other arm to work out, so at least one side of my body will be strong. While I'm healing, I can just do like finger exercises to keep my hands strong, which it's getting back stronger now. So it's like, it's really just, everything really starts in the mind. And when you start asking the questions of how to overcome that limitation, you realize the solution is always in your mind. You just have to train your mind to find the solution. And so that's what's been helping me overcome any type of limitation I've had. Is like always looking of the different alternatives, or like what small things can I do to get closer and closer to that goal of what I'm trying to achieve. If I have a setback, what can I learn from this setback? So that's one of the things that's been helping me overcome this limitation of, even though I wanted to get in shape, and then there's just this one minor little setback, I learned a little bit more about myself and about my health and about my volition, my drive to still move forward in spite of whatever hindrance that I may find.
And see what you
I
just
think, like,
said
with that
right
goal-
there, that can apply as well to mental limitations.
Yep. Who was that? Alex saying something?
Yeah,
that,
like
Stelmo?
with that goal, like it's not necessarily one of those things where you just achieve it and it's done. Like it's an ongoing maintenance thing. You don't want to achieve that fitness level like one time and then just regress. You want that upkeep, and so
Mm-hmm.
that kind of mindset's really good for knowing that it's a lifestyle change and that it is like a thing that you'll have to continue forever, and so you don't have the same expectations of like a deadline and needing to get there. It's like you'll be more satisfied by looking back into the past
Nah,
than
facts.
having that special moment.
That is absolute facts. Yeah, Royal, Alex, Stelmo, did you guys have anything as far as overcoming limitations?
You
don't
shit.
So-
know.
What's that?
I was just saying, do shit. I in no way near as serious as we've been, because I'm an incredibly lucky guy and I know that. So take it with a grain of salt. But when I was in college, I was gonna learn. I was gonna be a teacher, and in teaching, you learn about like visual learning, auditory learning, and tactile learning. And what I've found since then is that visual and auditory learning are not ways to learn, they are supplements to tactile learning. And the only way to truly learn how to do something is to do it yourself. So, like I said earlier, if you never let yourself be a beginner, you'll never stop being one. So it's okay to like suck at things. It's not that you suck. It's that like, hey, I suck at this thing and I'm going to keep doing it to get better. And that's like what I mentioned with like, how did I get my work ethic or something like that, is like, it was just making content I was just not good at. And I was like, I really suck at this thing, but I'm going to keep going and getting better. And I may
But
not
that's
be.
the thing, right? You keep
Yeah.
doing it and you keep learning from it, so it's
So like the main action is you got to do stuff. And it's funny too, because like rejection, I know especially with like guys, rejection is a big thing, is that it's also a skill to learn how to handle rejection. And
Mhm.
I know that like salespeople, when they get trained, like they get trained on the no, what to do in response to the no. And that's like the in order to handle rejection better, you have to keep getting rejected.
Mhm.
So like,
It's just a big
Okay,
old slap in the face the entire time.
yeah,
a funny side note on that. So I have a business degree in sales, and they said like the key to avoiding necessarily confrontations or accepting a no is getting 3 no's. And once you get the third one, it's like, okay, I'm done. I'm done trying to sell this product because they don't
Yeah.
want it.
yeah, it's kind of like that. Now, I have no background in sales, so what I could be saying is complete bullshit. I sort of adopted a philosophy of there's like 10% of people that don't even need you. They're just gonna like your shit no matter what. Then there's 10% of people that as soon as they walk in the door, they're not buying. They're just there.
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
for vibes, I guess. And then the 80% of people that's left is what you're there for, is to help them make a decision, not necessarily sell a product, but help make a decision for or against. So,
But let me tell you what does
Yeah.
help: customer service.
yeah.
Holy
So-
tits.
something as little as offering a cup of coffee while they browse.
Yep.
And then circle back to them 5-10 minutes later and be like, hey, so I saw you've been looking at something. Something you're interested in? And yeah, I can go into a lot more about this, but
How to
Customer
Win
service.
Friends and Influence People is a good book.
I have that book. I need to read that. That's real.
God dang. Go work at GameStop, guys. You'll get real humbled real fast.
Man.
That's the worst job I think I've ever had in my entire life. God
Oh my
dang.
goodness. Also, Lima's coming on in a little bit, so we can keep him on.
Gotcha.
So, Alex, did you have anything for overcoming limitations, or are you good? Or
I totally agree with the do it point. It's I spend a lot of time like wanting to make it perfect and thinking that if you have the perfect plan, then you'll execute a perfect result. But it's not. You've got to keep sucking and look back retroactively and be like, oh, that was good. Like, but yeah, I'm on board with that.
That's real. Mr. Royal, anything you got?
Yeah, I mean, overall, I agree with everything. Like, the biggest thing that I learned in high school, and this is the one thing that has stuck with me, man, and I can say it's almost like a PTSD, is you got to figure it out. And I think that's the one thing I tell everybody, like my coworkers, family, and friends, that I miss, is that gritty passion to find a solution or to figure it out. Like we had, there's a term of saying burn the boats, meaning the point of no return. We're gonna figure it out. So I mean, I agree with everything. Like in high school, man, I worked all through Discount Tire, and I was actually like, I was a marketing manager at Discount Tire, so I had to teach people to learn to take the nose and learn how to sell our products. Um, and I can say that one of my biggest accomplishments in that product is I've been at some of the richest stores where Witty, I'm not sure if you're familiar with the area, but like Rockwall area,
Oh,
that
yes.
store is a $1.6 million store a month.
Yeah.
A-
Oh, yeah.
and it's one of those where I learned very quickly that customers will come in, and if you tell them they need it, they're gonna buy it. Now I spent like a year there and come back to Coffin area. Well, I went to Gun Barrel, man, and Gun Barrel, it's a huge difference between Gun Barrel and Rockwall. There, you're
fuck
having
yeah.
to fight and scrap for every little sale, which I was a very honest person. I never try to rip somebody off, and I always told people, like, look, if these prices are too expensive, you can go down the street. There's a mom and pop shop that sells like a set of 4 used tires for like $100. I said, what we do here is quality service, and we stand behind our product. Whatever we sell you, we're gonna take care of. And it's one of those things. I've learned to deal with multiple personalities um, over the work I've done, and I can say that has it's been very useful to me, because I've learned to handle those different personalities basically on the fly. So, but overall, I mean, I agree with what everybody's saying, man. It's tough because you got to be uncomfortable to break out of those limitations, but you got to be hungry enough to not necessarily put yourself back in that same spot.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's deep right there.
I know, I was like, God dang, we got some profound shit right now.
As an anecdote, just because I love that, like, you don't have to sell to everyone, and there's a lot of power in just being like, hey, look, if you if our prices don't jive with you, go to the place down the street. They got better stuff, or they sell the same stuff but it's better, and or they sell the same services as us but with cheaper prices. And I just love, like, the idea of that, because I apply that in content as well. Is like, I don't make content for everybody, and like, if you don't like it, then don't be here. But it's also like it does the job of also having people be like, oh well, maybe I do like it here.
Yeah.
So
and customers will see, like, okay, you're being honest with me. Like, why would you tell me to go somewhere else if
Yeah.
I'm trying to buy from you? And that's what brings the customers back. Like, Discount Tire, when I worked there, was very big on making it not the quota, but the quote for them was making it a safe and family-friendly service experience, meaning like, hey, people want to come back to do business with us because they just want to be here with us. And 9 times out of 10, you will, I actually talk with customers. Once we're done, I would sit down with them, be like, hey, how was everything? Like, oh, it was good. Like, I want to come back. Can I get your business card, or can I, stay in contact with you because you truly helped me out, and it made me feel so like it was easy to do this.
Yep. Hey, that was deep, brother. Yeah. I have a sales friend too, and he says the same thing. Like, he doesn't try to manipulate or like gaslight the customer. He just tells the customer the truth, and they respect him more for that. And he gotten more sales because he told them the truth, rather than trying to just sell them something just because that's what he's been taught to do. And that's what made me respect honest salesmen a lot more in that regard. So hell yeah.
Absolutely. And I think that's the one thing that everybody is scared of. Like, if you ask 9 out of 10 people, hey, what's the one thing that you hate doing? It's like trying to go buy something from a company because they're always trying to make money. It's like, it's not about making money. It's like, it's just being honest. Be honest, and they'll see the value in honesty. And then at their time, they will buy whatever they need or whatever they want.
Exactly.
Yeah, I would
bro.
say like a good salesman can get you to buy a product. A great salesman can get you to make a decision. Like, when I had that switch flip of realizing that it's not about how can I shove this thing in your face. It's like, I'm just here. I have the information. I'm here to help you make a decision. Nothing changes to or fro if you walk in and buy something or walk out that door. Like, I'm just here to help you help yourself.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And I think so. Who was the one that said they had a sales degree?
That was
Yeah,
I.
G.
Oh, G. Okay, so G, correct me if I'm wrong, because this is the one thing that they told us when we were trying to sell is whoever speaks first loses that that little confrontation that's between the two.
Totally false.
Totally false.
In my opinion, at least. Like, okay, so because who is the first who's gonna speak? That's usually the salesperson, right? Because they're like, at least where I'm from, it's usually us who speaks first, because we always greet the customer and be like, hey, how's your day? What can I help you with? And if that means I've lost the sale already, then I shouldn't speak at all.
Well, no, you're correct there, but to the point where I was where I'm trying to get is like, if you're doing everything you can, and it doesn't even have to be so, but if you're trying to, encourage them to do something, you give them the two options and let them decide. You don't try to sway them towards one certain option because you make more money or it makes you feel better. It's truly what they need and what they value at that time. So it's one of those
Okay.
where it's like, okay, here's your option A, option B, and you kind of just let them sit on it, think on it, and let them talk.
Oh yeah, definitely. I think if you can think outside the box, that's gold. So I'll give you an example. I had a couple come in saying that their toaster broke after 30 years, and I'm like, I was brutally honest, and I was like, how can I compete with a toaster that broke after 30 years?
30 years.
But no, the fact is, I went over, showed them the toasters and stuff, and then it hit me because, like, in the personnel cafeteria room, whatever, we had a panini maker, and it's basically the same thing. It just had different irons that can do different things. So I turned to them and said, "What about a panini maker?" And told them what it does and blah 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 blah. And they were like, "Let's look it over and see what happens." And they came back like 5 minutes later, and they're like, "We want the panini maker." And then it came to me like, and this is how you know you made it. Once you sell an insurance on a panini maker, you've done it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's over with. It's over with.
Yes.
Also, side note, we are at our 15-minute mark. So, how are we feeling? Do we want to just go until it's 9, or do we want to extend? How are we feeling, everybody?
I need to go in about 10 minutes.
Yeah, I'm
but-
gonna start winding down everything.
Yeah,
Cool.
I gotta come back to my kiddo because she's knocked on the door like, Dad, I want some snacks. I'm like, give me the snacks real quick, quiet.
All right, cool. So yeah, we'll just go ahead and do our closing statements and everything. I do want to say thank you to every single person that's come through and just came through to support everybody in the chat. Shout out to Stelmo's community, Stelmo, Royal, Alex. Thank you all so much for coming through. G the Viking, thank you for coming through again to the stream. into the podcast. You guys are a part of history now, and if you ever want to come back, you guys are always welcome.
Thank
Fun
you.
here.
You're
You
welcome,
guys
man.
are good hosts.
Cheers for having us
Yeah,
on.
absolutely. Had a blast.
It's
This
been
is
good.
the first time I've done this, and I'm just like, whoa.
Hell yeah.
It
Yes.
was nice listening to you guys. I know I wasn't here, but I was listening.
Pastor Limestone came in at the end. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes,
Oh,
sir.
hello.
May I have a
Hey.
word?
Who's this voice?
Also, guys, Stelmo is doing his Sonic-a-thon where he's playing all of his favorite Sonic games in his way, and you're about like halfway through
Bro,
it now.
chill. It's your podcast. Chill.
I'm still saying it, man, but you're about halfway through it, right?
I don't know.
Oh, I got a question for Stelmo real quick.
Yeah, but yeah, just make sure
Okay.
you guys support his Sonic-a-thon. Is anybody else doing anything in the event going up that they have coming up as far as their streams or anything like that?
I need
The
to
JMP
figure out to
season,
celebrate my follower goals and potentially do some giveaways.
Heck
Ooh,
yes.
Giveaways are fun.
Nice.
Sir, yes, sir, yes. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and do some shout outs to everybody to play all the clips, man. But just make sure to give everybody here a follow, man. Follow Stelmo, follow AlexMacBen, follow freaking G, follow Royal, everybody up, and let's continue growing, man. I appreciate each and every single one of you guys, man. Any closing statements for anybody else?
Do we have that time? Lima said they had a question. Can it be addressed to everyone?
Yeah, it's fine.
Oh no, it wasn't. It was for Stelmo specifically, but I do have a question
Oh.
for everybody. Like, how do you guys feel about how life is in general? Like, you guys enjoying life?
Folks.
A lot more
No.
than I used to.
Oh, fuck you.
It's definitely complicated.
I'm happy
Yeah.
to say that, at least for me, happiness is equivalent to fulfillment, and I am extremely fulfilled with my life. I'm having a great time. I know I'm an outlier, but
Wow,
yes.
that was a
That's
lot of
what's up.
tequila.
I know we got a whole lot of problems we address, and I just hope that everyone is able to find like perfect peace in this world, because it's definitely a rough world out here.
Oh, absolutely, man. The biggest thing is like, be happy where you're at now, but again, be hungry to be better and be
It was
at
nice
a
knowing
better
you, gentlemen.
spot in the future, and be motivated to be the best at what
Bye,
you do.
Cameron.
Yeah, that's
Oh,
what's up.
absolutely, and I think that's kind of what I wanted to say when it came down to the to seek help and all that jazz. It's like, be better. You want to be better, and therefore seek the necessary help. If that's the case.
It's good. Never stop.
yes.
Never stop learning.
I love it. I love everybody. The only thing I got coming up is in July. I have my year affiliate, so I've been doing this shit for a year, guys.
Hey, well
Fuck
done.
yes,
Congratulations.
Let's go. So I'll figure out what I'm gonna do then. It's probably not gonna be anything special. I may dress up as another Pokemon. It may be another cursed cosplay. Honestly, is what it's gonna be. So we'll see. We'll see what it's gonna be.
Pokemon.
Yeah. Dope, my
We're
dudes.
just gonna curse them all.
Gotta
I
catch a
am.
witty.
I'm gonna ruin every single Pokemon ever.
Hell yeah, bro. Hell yeah. Yeah, for me, I'm just glad that we just got to episode 10, man. Like, we have 10 episodes of the freaking podcast now. We are 90 away from 100. I'm already just thinking about when we get to level 100 with these podcasts, man. It's
God dang
freaking
yes.
awesome, dog. So I'm really proud of this milestone that we've gotten with this project, bro. It's been such a great time and such a great moment. I've been enjoying myself. I do want to just take time to just say, Witty, again, thank you so much for being a great co-host, and just thank you for just always being there as far as stream, supporting me, everything that's been going on, because it's been a wonderful journey just connecting with all these amazing streamers and doing all these amazing things. So yeah, I'm just really proud. I'm really proud of this project. For real. This project has just gotten so great. I love it.
It has. And I do. I love it. I love that every month we get to do this and I get to we just get to talk, just be humans and be vulnerable with each other. And it's amazing. I love that.
Yes, sir.
I'm gonna
yes,
be back for
sir.
episode 15.
Hell
Yeah.
Let's go.
Yeah, that's G's new thing is that he comes every 5 episodes now.
There we go. That's perfect. Oh.
But yes, I know you guys gotta go.
Okay,
So
my dudes.
yep, Stelmo, Witty, you guys, everybody can go ahead. If you need to go ahead and just dip out from the voice chat, go ahead and dip out. I'm gonna do my outro for my stream, and then I'm gonna raid probably into Zenev. I think he's live right now.
Yeah,
Yep.
we're gonna go
Yeah.
Sage on my end. So if you guys want to go, Zenef is also streaming, but we're going to go to Sage because Sage is trying to get affiliates. So we're gonna go bug the shit out of him.
Woo woo! Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
It was
Okay.
Thank
lovely
you
meeting
all.
and talking to you all. Thanks for having me.
Yes.
Yep.
I hope
Yeah,
you
good
guys
getting
have
to
a
know you
beautiful
guys.
weekend.
Yep,
It's
Stelmo,
a pleasure. And
Royal,
stay
Alex G.
royal.
Yep.
Yes.
Thank you all so much
Peace
for
out, Girl
coming through.
Scouts.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead
Hell
and
yeah.
call
Have a
now.
great night.
Yes, sir. You too.
All right, later.
Peace. And as far as me, thank you to all of my wonderful people who've been supporting me and supporting everything that I do. As always, I've been Malik, the realest man breathing, the Lone Stone Playboy, the champion. Oh, Jesus. The champion's chariot and the master of the mind. And we just got done with episode 10 of the Comatose podcast, man. I will see you all on the next one, man. It's fine. Let's go ahead and raid Zenef. That fucking hurt my hand, slapped my hand that much. God damn. Jesus. Yep, we're gonna go ahead and raid Zenef, man. Z Fighter is live. He's currently, he just started his stream too. We got a minute to do it, so we can start at man, come on, bro. I like that shit. I like that. But show Zenef some love, guys. Show Zenef some love, and I will see you guys tomorrow with more colored headspace. Peace, guys.